Good morning students. This is the first video lesson of the chapter 2, that is kingdom classification. What is classification? Classification is defined as the ordering of organisms into groups based on their similarities and differences in their characteristics. Studying about an organism which belongs to a particular group will give information about other members of the same group because it shares the same characteristics.
Let us study what is the need for classification. We know that there are millions of organisms on the earth. They are found in the biosphere. In the biosphere, life supporting elements are there. It is a great challenge to study about the biological diversity. Hence, the scientists have developed a system of classification. So, classification is needed for the convenient study of living organisms. It is necessary for knowing the different varieties of organisms. It also helps in the correct identification of various organisms. So, let us see again what are the advantages of classification. It helps in the study of the huge biological diversity. We can easily identify different plants and animals through classification. Classification helps us to understand the relationship between different living organisms. Study of related organisms also indicate evolutionary relationship among these organisms. Next we are moving to the 5 kingdom classification. Before going to that part, we have to understand what is 2 kingdom classification. In this 2 kingdom classification, all living organisms are grouped into 2 kingdoms, namely kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. As the name suggested, the kingdom Plantae included plants and the kingdom Animalia included animals. The 2 kingdom was not sufficient to accommodate some living things such as bacteria and fungi. Thus, instead of this 2 kingdom classification, a 5 kingdom classification was proposed. The 5 kingdom classification was developed by Robert H. Whittaker in 1969. The main criteria of the 5 kingdom classification were cell structure, body organization, mode of nutrition and reproduction. In this classification included 5 kingdoms such as kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi and kingdom Plantae, and the last one is kingdom Animalia. Let us study kingdom Monera in detail. Bacteria included in the kingdom Monera, they are very small and they are unicellular, means they are single celled organism. They can be seen only with the help of microscope and they exist in nature in large number. They are found everywhere. That means they are found in the air, water, soil, and they are found in the body of human beings and animals. Some bacteria are autotrophic in nature because they are capable of synthesizing their food using sunlight and carbon dioxide because they contain chlorophyll. Some other bacteria are heterotrophic in nature because they depend on others for their food. They may be parasitic in nature. Some bacteria are parasitic in nature. That means they obtain nutrients from other living organisms for their growth. Saprophytic bacteria are obtain their nutrients from dead and decaying organic matter. They can they are able to survive in extreme hot and cold. Bacteria are classified according to their basic shapes. They are coccus or round shaped, bacillus or rod shaped, and spiral or twisted shaped, vibrio or comma shaped. Next is about their useful and harmful effects of bacteria. First one is about useful effects of bacteria. Lactobacillus bacteria promote the formation of curd from milk. E. coli bacteria is beneficial to humans. They live in our intestine and produce important vitamins such as vitamin K and B complex. Rhizobium is a nitrogen fixing bacteria. It is present on the root nodules of leguminous plants and they convert atmospheric nitrogen in the form that they can be used by plants. Acetobacter is a free living bacteria. They increases the soil fertility. Another type of bacteria is used for the production of medicines. So antibiotics are medicines that helps to stop infections. So bacteria are used for making antibiotics. For example, antibiotic streptomycin produced from Bacterium Streptomyces rhesus. Bacteria produces proteins. For example, Bacillus thuringiensis, which produce protein. This protein is used as a toxic to kill insects and protects crops. Next we will see the harmful effects of bacteria. Bacteria such as Clostridium botulinum grows on contaminated food and produce a toxin. The toxin is called botulinum. This is considered as the most potent toxin. It may cause death. Another bacteria caused number of diseases in human beings, animals and plants. This type bacteria causes many diseases such as cholera, typhoid, anthrax and plague are some diseases caused by bacteria. Bacterium called Thiobacillus denitrificans. They reduces the nitrogen content of the soil. This causes decrease in soil fertility.